Z06 that has all the suspension that is going to be going into my 1982 Datsun 280ZX, and I'm so excited for this. This one has seen better days. This one had a fire damage. So if I show you in here, there's no engine and it was slightly charred by a fire, an engine fire. But as you can see under here, it looks pretty good. So I'm going to be pulling out all of the suspension from this Z06 and putting it onto my Datsun. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm just going to give you guys a quick walk around so you can see kind of what we're working with. The front suspension we're taking out. You can see the doors are a different color from the top. Yep, these handles do not work anymore because the battery is dead. There's also a lot of parts in here. So I am going to be 3D scanning the chassis under this thing because as much as I want to do a body swap, it's not going to work, like, which means take off the body of the Corvette and put the Datsun on top of this. I just want it to integrate a lot better than a body swap. And so I'm going to be using the whole drivetrain from this thing and putting it in the Datsun. And so that means I'm going to have to build a whole new frame. And to do that, I need the pickup point for the upper control arms and for the shock mounts as well from this car to put it on the Datsun. I want to build a full custom thing. And so I'm going to be, taking all of my measurements with a 3D scanner. So I'm going to be 3D scanning the frame of this thing, 3D scanning all the suspension pickup points, upper control arm and the shock mount suspension pickup points, and the same thing in the rear. And using that to fabricate my new frame pretty much for the Datsun. So to achieve all of this, I have my 3D scanner right here.
I was originally going to tell you about this 3D scanner on camera, but my microphone magically stopped working. So I'm just going to explain everything with narration instead. This is the Einstar 3D scanner by Shining3D that I borrowed from my friends at Trick Factory Customs. This model actually came out a few years ago, and there are even newer scanners on the market now, along with plenty of other options. But honestly, this one still works really well for what I needed. This was also my first time ever using a 3D scanner, so I was definitely learning as I went. That led to a few issues along the way, but I was able to work through them. To make things a little more interesting, I was doing this scan in the middle of the desert, and there was no power source anywhere nearby. Thankfully, my car has a wall outlet in it, so I ended up plugging both the scanner and my computer into the car to power everything. The first thing I did was remove the hood so I could get better access to the suspension components that I wanted to scan. At first, I tried scanning without using tracking dots, which didn't work very well. Again, learning on the job. I started in feature mode, which technically doesn't require dots, but the problem is that the scanner struggles with large flat surfaces, and there were quite a few of those on the car. Because of that, the scanner would sometimes lose tracking, which caused some misalignment in the scans that I had to fix later. That added quite a bit of extra time to the process. To get better access underneath the car, we used a forklift to lift the Corvette up in the air so I could scan the chassis and suspension components. The forklift setup was a little sketchy, so I wasn't too comfortable standing directly underneath it because I definitely didn't want to get crushed if something went wrong. On top of that, the car would slowly start coming down over time, so we had to lift it back up multiple times while I was scanning. After running into issues with the flat surfaces earlier, I started placing a lot more tracking dots around those areas so the scanner wouldn't lose its position. And honestly, that helped a lot. Once that part of the scanning was finished, I headed home with the subframe and suspension components that I had removed from the car. And with that done, I was back to working on the Datsun. In the last video, we removed the engine and transmission from the car. If you haven't seen that video yet, be sure to go check it out. Now that the engine is out, there's still a lot of work to do to get the Datsun ready for the new custom chassis we're going to be building. So the next step was removing a few more components from the engine bay. I started by pulling out the engine wiring harness.
Engine harness out. I'm trying not to cut any wires, so we'll see how this goes. The rest of it is still there. Headlights, all that stuff. Harnesses, relays, they're all there for now, but we'll see how long that lasts.
Next to remove were a few other things like the AC unit and some interior panels. A lot of these parts need to come out so we can fully strip the chassis down and prepare everything for the fabrication work that's coming next.
What are you holding in your hand?
Blue fiber?
Yeah.
Oh no!
What happened?
Boat.
Yeah, that's a bolt. You're trying to put it in the steering and fix it?
Out, out.
What are you trying to get out?
Do you out?
Steering wheel? Should I pull it off?
Okay.
Whoa. Is that cool?
Off.
Yeah, it's off. Look, those are splines.
Fine.
Yeah. Finally. Okay.
Homie.
Homie, hold on, homie.
Homie.
Hold on.
Homie.
Okay, come on. Let me show you. Come. Give me this one. I'll show you how to use the aluminum. Come. Okay. Is it working? Look! The screw is coming out. Whoa, that's so cool. Yeah, the screw came out. Oh no. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Yes. 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 That's good. Nice.
Yay.
Good job. Oh, that's so cool. High five. High five. Yay. Can you give that other screw? So we're gonna take these and we're gonna organize the screws. We're gonna put it in here. So now all the screws, I put wheel tub trim. So now we can technically take this whole panel out. Oh, that's huge. It's a big panel. Yeah. Okay, you wanna do the outside?
There's still quite a bit left to remove, but slowly the car is starting to get closer and closer to being ready for the next phase of the build.
Finally, after a few days of removing, this should technically be the full harness that goes in the car. Oh my gosh. And I think one of the cool parts about this was I did not cut any wire from the body harness. And I'm so proud of myself for that, because old me from 5 years ago would have just sent it and cut everything. But I've learned that you do not just send it, because later you might regret it. So let us continue to the next step.
Next, I needed to 3D scan the front and rear subframes from the C6 Corvette while they were off the car. Before doing that though, I had to clean them first because they were pretty dirty and oily. Since I planned to use tracking dots on them, they needed to be cleaned so the dots would actually stick. Once everything was cleaned, I let the parts dry, added the tracking dots, and started scanning. Some of the surfaces on the subframes were pretty reflective, which can cause issues for 3D scanners. So I used scanning spray to make those surfaces matte. That helps the scanner read the geometry properly. Over time, I definitely got better at the scanning process, but I was still far from perfect. Sometimes the scanner would still lose tracking, and I'd have to redo parts of the scan, which added a lot of time. So I'm gonna be 3D scanning this Corvette's rear. This is a subframe. Yeah, it's a subframe. Yeah, it's a Corvette subframe, correct. He actually knows this more than me. In the end, I was able to get some really solid scans of the subframes, and the effort was totally worth it. But once the scans were finished, I exported them as STL files so I could bring them into Autodesk Fusion. From there, I can align everything and start designing the new chassis for the Datsun. If you'd like to see more of that process, like how I import the scans into Fusion, align everything, and start designing the chassis, let me know in the comments. If enough people are interested, I'll make a video showing that entire workflow. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.